What if I told you there was a man who worked diligently as a janitor his entire life? He spent his days sweeping floors, emptying trash bins, and keeping things tidy. To the casual observer, he seemed like an ordinary man with an ordinary job. But what they didn't know was that behind the scenes, this janitor had managed to accumulate a staggering $8 million in savings. Yes, you heard that right. Not only this, you may be surprised to know that the financial decisions you make may not be entirely your own. Well, stay tuned, because in the fourth point you will get to know an eye-opening research that might just shock you. Did you know that an average American spends around $400 on lottery tickets every year? You might wonder why they don't save that money instead of spending it on lottery tickets. Well, they believe that only winning the lottery can change their lives and improve their financial condition. For them, the lottery ticket symbolizes hope, a dream of a better future. Now, some of you might say that this thinking is useless because we know the chances of winning the lottery are very low. By relying solely on a lottery ticket, they risk falling into poverty if they don't win. That's true. That's because we, as humans, aren't always driven by reason. We are creatures of emotion. We often believe that our decisions are the best for us at the moment. This is true for financial decisions across the board, whether you're talking about blue-collar workers in America, middle class in a developing country, or anyone else around the world. We tend to base most of our financial choices on emotions such as fear or greed, and then try to back them up with logic. In the seminal book, The Psychology of Money, Morgan Housel explains many important but highly ignored psychological aspects of money. Let's have a look on some of those insights. Insight 1, what you don't see. Often we are captivated by the visible signs of wealth, such as luxury cars, stunning homes, or vacation photos. We see these things clearly, but we don't see the other side of the picture. The stress of paying off the loans for those cars and homes, the pressure of work leading to daily exhaustion and family issues. We tend to focus on the flashy and glamorous aspects of someone's life and think, I wish I had that car, or I wish I could travel to such amazing places. We rarely stop to consider whether these people's lives are genuinely fulfilling or not. We also fail to realize that people may respect someone for their material possessions, not for who they truly are as a person. When a fancy car passes by, we ask, what a lovely car is that? Instead of, who is driving it? It's important to realize that real wealth isn't about material possessions, but the freedom to live life on your terms. The most valuable thing money can buy is your time and freedom. If you're filthy rich, but have no time to enjoy it and no freedom for being your real self, then what's the point of being rich? Well, if you're liking it, you can hit like and subscribe the channel. Insight 2, the price you pay for everything. Imagine you want to buy a car that costs $45,000. You could pay the full amount, go for a cheaper car, or steal someone's car. Most of us wouldn't choose the last option. We know that although it may offer short-term gain, it can lead to severe future consequences. The risks and potential losses far outweigh the immediate benefits. We consider this a poor choice because we see the costs the thief fails to acknowledge. Similarly, when it comes to growing your wealth through investments, you can either invest your money where it'll yield the most long-term benefits, like index funds or individual stocks, or you can play it safe and invest in a bank fixed deposit or gold. The first option requires patience and continual learning, while the second offers lower returns but the assurance of safety. However, opting for the safer bet might mean missing out on potential wealth growth, which is like stealing the car. You're paying a high price for what seems like a safe choice, but you're missing out on the benefits of long-term wealth growth. Lesson 3, getting wealthy. There are numerous ways to become rich, but the surest way to become poor is by mishandling money and overspending. The authors suggest that staying rich is more challenging than becoming rich because when a person has little money, there's no need to control it because there isn't much to manage. However, when a person has significant wealth, they must exercise self-control. Therefore, to become and remain rich, you need different mindsets. If you start investing early and consistently save a portion of your income, even if it's low, you can become wealthy. But if you don't save, you'll never become rich. It's essential to develop a survival mindset. Here are 3 key aspects of this mindset. 1. Be financially unbreakable. Mentally and financially strengthen yourself so that market fluctuations don't affect you. Just like you know there are market cycles in real estate or gold, you should understand that the stock market and mutual funds also experience cycles. Don't fear these cycles, learn to use them to your advantage. 2. Have a good plan and leave room for error. Whenever you make financial plans, consider what you'll do if things don't go according to plan. Create a diversified investment portfolio and set aside emergency funds to handle unexpected situations. 3. Be optimistic about the future, but realistic about your actions. It's important to have an optimistic and positive outlook for the future. However, you should also be cautious and alert about your current success to ensure there are no threats to your financial stability. Keep learning, adapt to changes, and be open to opportunities. To illustrate the importance of saving and investing, let's look at 2 examples. First, there's a man who worked as a watchman all his life. However, before he passed away, he had accumulated $8 million. How did he manage to save so much money from a modest job? The answer lies in his habit of saving and investing. Think about this guy, Richard Fox. He went to Harvard, a really good school, and had a top job at Merrill Lynch, a big company. But he spent too much and messed up with his loans and went broke in 2008. You know what's worse than not having any money? Getting rich and then losing it all. This shows that if you can't handle $10,000, you won't be able to handle $10 million either. The main problem isn't having too little money, it's not knowing how to use your money right. People with little money often believe that if they had more, they'd know how to deal with it. But rich people get it. By using even a little bit of money smartly, they can make more money over time. Insight 4. Bias-free decisions for financial success. The interesting thing I found in the book that it explains the experiences we have early on in our life determine our financial decisions. We all grow up differently. Some people grow up in times of financial crisis. Others know nothing but bull markets until they are in their 30s. As such, those 2 types would have very different opinions about what a good investment strategy consists of, whether a portfolio should be stock-based or bond-based, or how much risk is worth taking. We may think that we have no hidden biases, but a study conducted by Ulrike Malmendier and Stefan Nagel proves that people invest according to how the economy looked like when they were young adults. As such, someone who's experienced high inflation may not see bonds as a good investment, while someone who's been through turbulent times may think the opposite. It is of utmost importance that we acknowledge our hidden biases so as to be able to diminish them and make better choices. In general, any financial decision should always be backed up by sound analysis, reliable facts, and a mind open to new perspectives and constructive criticism. Link of this brilliant book is in the description in case you are interested in reading it thoroughly. If you wonder how compounding works and how it can do wonder in your financial success, see the video on the right. To know more about how much intelligent you are, see the left video. And yes, please do not forget to hit like and subscribe. It really helps us keep going. Thank you.